got your back. On the real, we stand on that. On the real, bring the facts. On the real, with K and Mac. On the real, we got your back. On the real, we stand on that. On the real, on the real, on the real, on the real, with K and Mac.
And today the topic is we're talking about black women and jealousy. I have Miss Constance here with me today. She's the owner of Royal Palace Wigs. Also, she's a hairstylist. She also does loctician. She's a beautiful hairstylist. Actually, it's my boss. I work here. My mentor also. Today, I just wanted to come in and talk to the black young ladies, and kind of share my experience with jealousy. I've had friends that were jealous of me. I've had family members that were jealous of me. I feel like in the world, we shouldn't be jealous of each other. In the black community, we have a lot of that. As soon as you walk through the door, we got black women sizing you up, and we all supposed to be family. We all supposed to get along in the community. So this is why I brought Miss Constance, and also me and her could talk about it. And we talk about a lot of things. Get off from work, or sometime in between time when she and I dealing with customers, me and her have a talk, and we have a lot of good conversations. So I thought I'd bring it to our podcast.
Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm good. Everybody good? This is a good topic.
It really is, Miss Constance.
It's a good topic because you ever thought about where jealousy comes from? Like, what is it? Like, because if you watch children, when another child enters the home, whether it's a brother or sister or a cousin or the child that lives there is got issues with whoever's coming in, and it's just I'm just gonna say it might be a natural thing, but a lot of natural things we have to kind of fight. You know what I mean? So
exactly what you mean.
If I find myself being jealous of somebody, I have to ask myself why. What I'm jealous of that person for? Because if they got something, and it's a thing that walks and talks and run around here all day, and it's 20,000 of them. I mean, if she got it, I should have it too. So I need to do what it takes for me to get that thing, and not be tripping off of her. I don't get it. I mean, once I found myself, ask myself that questions. I ask myself questions like that all the time. Why you feel like this? Why you feel like that? Because sometimes we make up stuff. And we'll hold it against somebody else, and it ain't nothing but us all the time. Makes no sense.
I agree.
If I'm jealous because you over here, doing your thing and making money and doing whatever, and now it'd be different. Like, now I ain't got no problem with saying, I saw you do that thing. Can you tell me how you did that, or what I need to do to get, to do that? Because most of the time, another woman, or another person wouldn't have a problem telling you, what you need to do, because they got a whole story behind it. Trust me. Girl, I was doing this, and then I was trying to do that, and then it was just, you hit one wall after another wall, and then you keep trying. I mean, that's how anything works.
I agree with you on that, Miss Constance. I mean, we have so many women that really can't sit down and talk to each other. Like me and you having the conversation right now. And you're a very successful woman. You own your own business. You have beautiful wigs, which we will be showing that. She's a good stylist and everything. Now, I watch people all day long and how they present themselves and how they show jealousy, and I still try to answer that same question. Why are we so jealous of each other? As black women, we're supposed to band together.
That's right.
And if we have a problem, we're supposed to at least sit down and talk to our sister, because that's what we are, we're sisters. And have a conversation like me and Miss Constance do every day. I've learned a lot from her, and I appreciate everything she's done for me, because she's put me in a predicament to where she's showing me to get in front of this camera. Even though I'm still nervous.
That's all right, because the nervousness sometimes don't never go away.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I'm not shy anymore. I just want to say it. I'm not shy anymore, but I used to be extremely shy, and I would choke up in the camera. And anybody who's watching that know me, I already know that, and they be like, "Shit, whatever." I don't know, because now I can't. Now it doesn't matter. If I got a voice for a reason. I need to be able to. I mean, if this helps somebody, to not even just not be jealous, and to figure out what it is you want, and that's between you and yourself. You know what I mean?
It is.
I remember when I was growing up, I think I was kind of jealous of people. You know what I mean? Because it seemed like they got to do whatever they wanted to do, and I didn't get to do nothing. But that wasn't because of me. Because as soon as I got away from all the things that was holding me down, and I was like, I'm gonna find some wings. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to fly.
Yeah,
And I'm flying ever since.
I understand in Wisconsin. Growing up, I was kind of chubby, so a lot of my friends were skinny, and all the boys was talking to them, and I found myself being a little jealous. And like you said, I had to look inside myself and wonder why. What are you really particularly jealous of? Why are you jealous of these young ladies? What is the problem with you? So I had to learn over the years that
that you figured out it was something that was inside of you.
Yes, ma'am.
And and that's where it is. That's where everything is. You want love, it's inside. You want to be great, that's inside. You want to learn how to do something, all that's inside. When you pull it out of yourself, because the Lord will show you. Just like go right back to what I was talking about earlier. I wanted braiders, and I didn't want nobody sitting on my clock. I want them to, be doing something. So how can I hire some braiders and pay the braiders without the braiders having to sit on my clock? And the Lord always telling me, He said, just, create something, create a program, and that's what I ended up doing. Now to create a program, every time I start something, it starts growing legs and just start walking, and I just be like, hold up, because I'm trying to figure it out. Just like I told you, I was talking to my friend, and then she said what she said, and now it's paid for. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
So, God is good.
He is.
And all you got to do, whether it makes sense or no sense, all you got to do is go do it. Just do it, and then it'll be like a path. Don't worry about no money. Don't worry about none of that. Just do it because, just like you told me, you found.
Yeah, I did.
So same thing.
I felt like
You got interested enough to go out and research and find something, and then you found something that, hey, I needed to know that too.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because maybe that might be somebody I'll be able to work with. So, me helping you, help you help me, help you help yourself.
Yep, that's exactly what's
all of
going
that,
on.
and that's what you get when you don't be jealous. Because if you was jealous of me, or I was jealous of you, neither one of us would be sitting here right now.
No, we won't. And I'm gonna say something to you guys. Miss Constance is a very nice looking lady, and I watch ladies come in and they see her and they stun. I'm like, yeah, she's fabulous. That's not a reason to be jealous, though. She has a great personality and a good spirit, man. I mean, she has a beautiful soul. You sit down and talk to her, she's taught me and my behalf, taught me a lot of things. And this is why we're doing this podcast. This is why we're doing what we're doing right now, because of Miss Constance. And she started off with doing our hair and just sitting there talking to us. She does it with every customer. Every customer that comes in, she talks to them about exactly what they need to be doing, or she help them out in a situation, and I think that's beautiful. This is why we shouldn't be jealous of anybody, because you never know, unless you're talking to that person, what kind of spirit they hold. I've been there. So, I'm happy that Miss Constance is doing this for me and sitting down and doing our podcast with us. We just started, so we're trying to work and build to get up there where her and her husband is. I tell you that right now, two beautiful people. So we really bless her. We appreciate it. We thank God for her, man. We really do.
I thank God for you too.
We do. We thank God for you guys.
You help me. You help me too. And it's never it's never a one-sided situation, because we all got stuff that we can help, and I'm gonna help because everything goes around and comes back again. when it comes back again, I want it to be, you know, plentiful and positive and good. So, you know, that's how I feel like that's what we have to do. That's what we have to do as people. And when we get together and do that, because you already know my programs, I'm gonna have a braid to beauty, where you can come in and you can learn how to braid, or not learn how to braid, but enhance your braiding. If you got some skills, we're gonna give you some more skills. We're gonna give you some professionalism. We're gonna teach you how to dress. We're gonna teach you how to build a clientele, so that somewhere down the line in your life, you'll be able to feed your children. You'll be able to send them to college. You'll be able to buy a house, a car, you know, and businesses or whatever, you know, all of that, because that's how it's supposed to go,
Yes,
you
it
know.
is.
And then lash to legacy.
She's doing that also, you guys.
Same thing. We help you learn how to do lashes, and don't get it twisted. You still gotta go to school.
Yeah, because that's what she's doing with me right now. I'm getting prepped for that right now, you guys. Individual lashes. Haven't really talked too much about it, but since Miss Constance here, and we're doing the podcast, I'm letting you guys know that this is where I'll be going to school for, learning how to do individual lashes. And let me tell you something. She don't play with me neither. She let me know the business. If this is what you want, you gotta work hard for it. So that's why I'm saying this to black young women. You don't have to be jealous. We all should be out here trying to be, you know, business owners. You know,
That's right. Own your own businesses.
Yep.
You know, and your children are watching you. You know, you can send your children to whatever school you want to send them to, because there's money in all of this stuff.
it is.
There's money in it.
And we breaking generational curses
Yeah.
too. While we at it,
Absolutely.
we breaking generational curses because, you know, our mamas and their mamas and then their daddies, and, you know, go all the way back to slavery. And we gotta get out that slave mentality mind and understand that we build what we want to build.
That's right. That's right.
Stop
Our
blaming it on the
sister's
white
about to
guys.
make
for
me
that.
cry.
That's
Oh.
right, because you know what? You know, and it's crazy, but with everything that I'm doing, and every time I circle around, it's like a school. It's like a school. It's gonna be a school. I don't know where it's gonna be at, but it's gonna be a school. Might be in this room. Who knows? But it's gonna be a school, and getting you pre-prepped for beauty school. You know what I
I
mean?
know exactly what you mean.
And you know, because we are our own. Like, we wear these wigs, we wear these lashes, we wear these nails. You know, we wear all the stuff that we buy. We wear, so we might as well be supporting us. You know, and you know, this is big. I don't know if you know. You know what I mean? Because I can feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
It's
tell me.
big. When I go to bed at night, I can barely sleep because I be doing stuff in my dreams.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm saying?
I know you told me
I
that.
be doing stuff. Like, I be literally doing stuff that ain't even here yet. You know what I mean? Like, I have to wake up and come back to this reality, but the reality in my dream, I go work in it. You know what I'm
Every
saying?
time I come in, you gotta
I
do
know
out
it
there.
sounds crazy, and I'm trying not to sound crazy, but I'm just telling the truth.
She has so many stuff that's coming out, you guys. So
She
many
is.
stuff that she's launching. You know,
crazy.
it's crazy. I mean, I've never seen a woman that works so hard and constantly working. She gets on me about work too, and that's what I love about her, man. I love somebody that's gonna keep me grounded in where I need
All
to be.
in love.
All in love. She
All in
does.
love, because I would love to get to a place where I'm chilling on the beach. I ain't worried about nobody's head no more. I ain't worried about nothing. And my schools are running, and I'm chilling, having me a cocktail, and, you know, traveling around to be able to, you know, I got my books.
I know she got it.
Travel
Yeah,
around
let's talk
and be
about
a
that
fairy
too.
godmother.
Yep.
Be a fairy godmother and pop in on the students at the schools and just, you know, because the fairy godmother I want to be, like, I need money to be that fairy godmother. Because when I touch down at the school, I'm getting all gifts. You think I was Santa Claus? Yeah. I'll be bringing the children gifts because I don't have no grandchildren. And I might not never have none. So everybody my grandchild. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know exactly
So
what
I
you're
got
saying.
gifts for everybody. The classroom full, and then, you know, I got a house in Indianapolis. I'm really thinking about turning it into a school.
Oh, that would be
And I ain't
awesome.
talking about a beauty school. I'm talking about a school.
That would be awesome because the knowledge that you know, a lot of black kids need to know that knowledge, man. 'Cause
Well,
they're not getting it in school,
You got,
you know.
If you got hands, the only thing I can teach you how to do is make money. 'Cause that's all I know how to do.
No, you can teach people a lot of other things. I guarantee that.
Well, if you make money, you don't need no too
You
much
told
else.
me to open up, because I'm very close, and he'll tell you that. I won't even get on live and talk. So for me just to sit here and really open up, and for me to share a video with my family members and everybody see this, they've never seen that side of me before. Never.
Well, I'm glad that. Well, obviously, when you guys came, like when Ryan, we're gonna go all the way back. Well, Ryan talked to you about your hair, and then y'all came. Well, you brought your daughter.
Yeah, we brought my daughter first.
And then you decided you was gonna let me twist your hair.
Yep.
And then, which is usually have, let me see how you do a couple times.
That's right.
Then I'll see, and just the environment is, it's peaceful and it's quiet in here. You can literally sit in here and go to sleep
You can't.
because it is so quiet. And sometimes, you need a little noise. But I'm so used to thinking that I just don't want nothing. When the Lord talk to you, I don't want to miss nothing He got to say. If somebody turn the music up too loud, I'll be like, turn it down because I can't hear.
I know exactly what you're saying.
So, and when that happened, and then the day you came in after I put that big old thing on the door out there, and then when I said, well, because I knew I was so, first of all, frustrated, and then when you said, why don't you ask about the job, and then I said, do you have any beauty skills? You said, no, I'm just trying to, but I couldn't work, and I was like, well, I think I need somebody with beauty skills. But then, and I'm gonna tell you, after that, it started rolling around in my head, and it might have been, I don't know how many days between that day and then the day that I called you.
You called me like, I would say 2 days later, you called and talked to me. You say it had been rolling around your head, and you was like, I'm gonna give you a chance and see what happens. And ever since then,
because the Lord just kind of pulling on my heart, like, you really could have did, you didn't have to just do that, And it was like, and then I was thinking about what was going on already, and and at that point, I was just like, if I don't do it, I'm gonna feel some type of way, So I was like, that's when I picked up the phone and called, because I don't really be. I call people, but I don't be calling people like that.
No,
I really don't.
No. And she took me out of a situation where it was really negative. Like every day I was going home, I was a different person. I didn't like that. I ain't like that for me, because in the inside I'm really a
understand
good
what that
person.
feels like too.
Yeah, it made
And
me
then
feel.
after you told me that, then I know why the Lord was pulling on me, because it was time for you to come up out of
It
there.
was time for me to come up out of there.
And now it's time for some things to be happening up in here, because it was like your entry was like the shift. You know what I mean?
I know exactly
But
what
once
you mean.
you came, then everything changed, and because now I can think and I can get stuff out, because you was doing whatever you was doing, and I was not, because I was already, there was so much stuff I needed to get out anyway, and now I can sit in my office and do stuff that I couldn't do before.
I'm happy about that, Miss
So now, and that's where everything started growing legs and stuff, because like when I tell my husband, I have to tell him we're gonna do the braid thing, and then I told him I need to get 2 chairs and 2 whatever. That's before I used this room.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So then I took everything out of that room, and then the thing that was right here, I already had what I needed. I ain't have to go spend a nickel. I'm ultimately gonna have to, but right now I don't have to spend a nickel. I pulled that out, and so and then the little girl came yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't even have a sign out there no more. And she was like, I saw it when it was out there. You know what I mean? So I'm still coming for the job.
She did.
So
she came in for the job.
She came in here, and I told her, I
She cute as a
appreciate
button,
you.
too.
She was cute.
She
And
was.
I said, because as an older woman to her, I said, she said, you said an interview. I said, what interview? And she was like, I talked to you on the phone, I don't want to say months ago. You know what I mean? And she still held on to that conversation that we had. You know what I mean?
It's wonderful, man.
And she said, well, some stuff happened and I wasn't able to come, but I'm here now, And I was like, well, you just in time for my new program.
Yeah.
So maybe you'll be the first one in. So, I got to make some moves because I got some people to talk to so they can get my program together. And it's okay because all I needed from her on the phone, or they was on the phone earlier, all I needed from her was what she said. I can get all the rest of the information and do whatever I need to do dot the T's and cross the I's. I've said that.
Telling you, you young kids, if you want to be a CEO or just own your own business, I mean, Miss Constance, she's a firm, she's a believer, she's a firm believer of, and she's a black woman. This is a black-owned business. Y'all see so many Chinese people and white people with, products. No, we're gonna show the wigs. It's a black-owned business. We shouting her out for you guys to come. She got 3 stylists in here. It's two other stylists in her, and she also sells wigs. So we're trying to teach the black community that, hey, you can do anything possible if you put your mind to it. But it takes a lot of hard work and dedication. And she's not even from here. She's from Chicago. She's been here for what, 7 years in Wisconsin?
Yeah.
And she have grown clientele and everything. So,
ladies, I have one question, and this question is going to conclude our interview. Now, seeming as though you ladies bonded very, very well. Very well. You are showing black excellence at the highest level, especially amongst black women. And in this podcast, I want you all to kind of tell me what contributions are you all going to make towards ending that cycle of jealousy between black women.
We're doing it right now.
Okay.
The more you speak on it,
we're doing it.
We're doing it.
But see, black women are from this size to this size. So if I can help your mama feed you, boom.
There you go.
If I can help your mama put some shoes on you, send you to college,
beautiful,
and make you a woman of excellence, then I think that's what the Lord put me here for.
That's wonderful. That is beautiful.
Before we cut this off, I wanted to say one more thing. Like my daughter at home, I got 2 kids. I got a 10-year-old and 18-year-old. My daughter was jealous of my son for a long time. And I had to break her out of that because I love both of them equally. So, we had a lot of problems with jealousy and we need to get that together. Yeah. So that was the last thing I wanted to say. We're going to give a shout out to Miss Constance. Beautiful lady, you guys can see. I appreciate her doing this interview with me. I really
appreciate being invited.
Most definitely. This was a good day for me, you guys. So I'm gonna have Mac come say hey if he could get in the film.
I don't want to be in there, but hi everyone.
All right.
I'm celebrating black women excellence right now, so I'm good where I'm at.
The next podcast is gonna be Mac talking about his music. So I won't be in that one, you guys. That'll be him and another artist talking about that. But I wanted to come and me and Miss Constance sit down in her beautiful place and talk about black women and jealousy. So right. I appreciate you coming on here, Miss Constance.
Now, before we conclude this, Miss Constance Royal, everybody see that Royal Salon Suites. Are you going to give us a little tour?
Yes,
so
that's what we want you to do.
Sure, I'll give you a tour.
Yes, ma'am.
Just follow me.
Right. That was good. Well, we take a look at it. That was
good.
All right.
Okay, welcome to Royal Palace.
Come on. How do you?
You stopped in Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to make sure.
This is Royal Palace Wigs, and this is where, beauty starts. We have almost every wig in this room is human, except for the wigs on this wall right here. This big wall with the mirror on it. Those are all synthetics. We customize, we cut, install, color, figure it out. Because sometimes you just have to figure it out. So it's nice. It's what we deserve. Instead of going in some place where the carpet been on the floor for 30 years and it just smells and you can wipe the dust off of stuff. We're not doing that. This is for us. For us. That's why it's so pretty in here, because it's for us.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It's beautiful in here. You guys.
Y'all know that's a black woman talking. She said
Please
it's
come
pretty
shout
for
out
us.
Miss Scott. Come see Miss Constance, man. You want a real good human hair wig? Come over here, man. And she also do installs too. She does locks, she does twists, she does natural hair. So I want to make sure I shout that out to you guys. All right, man.
And we do have a website, royalpalacewig.com.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. This is On the Road with Kay and Mac. And see you on the next one. I'm sorry, Miss Constance.